is Megan and welcome to my cozy little video. If you've been watching, welcome back. This is our third video together. And if you are new here, let me just do a quick introduction. My name is Megan. I started this channel, Cozy Fran, so that I could, one, motivate myself to do my cozy little hobbies, which I need a lot of help on. And I just want to share my cozy adventures, my life, my aesthetic. So yeah, welcome. I'm glad you're joining us. If you haven't already, subscribe. I try to post at least once a week. It's a little ambitious to start, but we're trying. And yeah, follow me on Instagram at cozy_Fran. I'm sure a few of you have found my videos through Instagram, so thank you for coming over and crossing platforms to come see me. I really appreciate it. I also really appreciate all the nice comments that you guys leave on my videos, posts, Instagram. It's really encouraging to keep going. As a new blogger, new person on the internet sharing things with public versus just friends and family, it is a little nerve-wracking to get in front of a camera and film and talk and then watch that back and see myself and hear myself. So I appreciate all the kind comments and I'm glad you're here. On Instagram, I posted a story with a poll asking what you guys wanted to see. So the three options were just a bookish vlog, just a camera unboxing, or both, and you guys chose both. So for that camera, if you have seen my last two videos, you may have noticed in the first one that I said I bought a new DJI Osmo Nano, and that is true. I did do that. And you may be wondering, okay, well, you've already been filming with it. What are you unboxing? Okay, so I went and bought a second camera. Yep, my wallet is hurting. She's mad at me. We are on a break right now, but I did feel like with the DJI Osmo Nano, it's really small and compact. It's easy to take with you. If you're at a cafe and you want to set it up, a little inconspicuous, it's right there. Nobody can see it. And that I like, but there were some gaps that I felt like the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 could fill. And because I have no self-control, I bought it. Okay, but it gives me something to share with you guys. So I do want to open that on camera with you. I have waited, I've been patient. So we're gonna do that together. And the other thing I wanted to get into was my summer TBR book list. Another thing you don't know about me quite yet, but I'm sure you will find out, is that I have a hard time sticking to my hobbies because I have so many of them. I get lost in one for a little while and then I get distracted by another and then I leave that behind and then I start my new project. So that applies to reading as well. So when you see my summer TBR book list today, you're gonna think, oh, well, that's doable. Well, we will see, because I'm a slow reader and I get distracted. So it's going to be overly ambitious for me, but I'm still going to share all of the books that I want to get through, and hopefully that will encourage me to finish them. One of those books you are going to recognize immediately. It's going to be a familiar face. We've all read her, we've all seen her. I'm excited to reread it. It's been a long time since I've read it, and it goes along with the Summerween festivities that everybody's getting into and inspiring me to take on. So let's start with that Osmo Pocket 3 unboxing and then we'll get into the bookish part of the video. Okay? See you there. Check it out. All right, I've got the Osmo Pocket 3 set up. I like it. This is really cool. I've got it attached to my phone on the Osmo Mimo app, so I could just have a second screen to look at. But yeah, this is really neat. You guys will have to comment down below and let me know if this video quality is any better than what I had with my iPhone or the Osmo Nano. But yeah, I think the three together is going to make a good little camera trio for all my various needs and levels of comfort in filming in public. So, but yeah, this is neat. I think this is enough talking about the camera. I'm just gonna get into using it now. But yeah, we're gonna get into the bookish part of the vlog. We'll do my summer TBR. Tonight, I am gonna go out to dinner with my family for Father's Day. My husband and I are taking him out to dinner. So we'll go do that. I'm not gonna film anything with that, but I'll come back with the summer TBR after we spend some family time together, and yeah, we'll get into the rest of the video. So I will see you there. Bye. Hi! So, I have a big old stack of books here that I would like to go ahead and talk to you guys about. I've made my coffee, got my stack of books. Just a quick update from last night. I had a lovely dinner with my dad, stepmom, my husband, and yeah, we had a lovely night out for Father's Day. I came back home. My husband and I just watched some TV, chilled. I made a cup of tea, watched Over the Garden Wall to get into this Summerween vibe. Yeah, so I've been super inspired by all of the cozy friends that I've made on Instagram, and everyone's doing Summerween, and I want to join. I want to lean into that. My house is just 24/7, 365 days a year, fall. I've got pumpkin pillows on my bed. I've got a green and white checkered pumpkin in my bedroom. I've got pumpkin dishware out year round. My kitchen is just fall themed all the way. I just really wanted to lean in to the Summerween vibes. So for my book list, I kind of brought some of that Summerween interest into my reading with two of the books. Two of the books are going to be just kind of cozy, chill vibe type of books, just to kind of get us in a cozy mood when we'd like to. And one of them is on my Kindle that I'm currently reading. It's a nonfiction educational book. I figured I'd start talking with that one, and then we'll get into the fun stuff as we go. So let's start with our first book. Okay, so book number 1 on my Kindle. This is the cover that I have. If you're interested, I have it linked on my Amazon link tree. It is in my bio, and I'll try to link it down below into the description for the video as well. But yeah, I thought it's pretty cute. It's brown and blue. Love that. So for this book, it is called Fluent Forever. It is by Gabriel Weiner. So Gabriel Weiner is a polyglot. He's learned several languages over the years, and he is sharing his methods and his process that he has developed. If you haven't watched my videos before, or if you haven't read my description, I am currently learning Japanese, yay. And I have always been interested in learning languages, but I have struggled. I haven't been successful at all up to this point. But I have had a lot more success learning Japanese, and I feel like I am getting closer and closer to my goals just with my own process. And I started learning before I started reading this book, but I have picked up some great tips and kind of beefed up my own process with his. He has really good tips on how to make Anki cards, how to set up things, and then just kind of how to generally go about your learning process. So I have taken tips from him so far. I'm still working on reading the rest of the book. When it comes to nonfiction, I am just a slow reader. If there's not like a story or a romance or just like something to pull you in, it just takes me a long time to read it. So this one, I'm just gonna be continuously reading in the background until I finish it, but that's book number 1. Now into the fun books, I have book number 2 here. This one is by Takuya Asakura. You're gonna notice a theme here. Everything is, not everything, a lot of my books, most of my books are gonna be Japan themed. It's just my special little interest at the moment. But this one is a translated book called The Vanishing Cherry Blossom Bookshop. Got this pretty foil petals all over the bookstore here. How pretty. Aside from being a pretty book, this one is going to be a cozy little read for me when I'm needing a cozy little pick-me-up. It is about a vanishing bookshop that only pops up during the cherry blossom season, and it is ran by a store owner named Sakura and her Sakura and her cat, a calico cat named Kubako, and they just show up during the various cherry blossom seasons, and they just patiently await for the arrival of people in need and needed a little solace. I think that's going to be a cozy, cute little read. How fun. Now, book number 3 is along the same theme. It is a translated book from Japanese, and it's also based in a cozy setting. It's based in a cafe, but everybody knows this book. You've either read it or you've seen it. This one is by Toshikazu Kawaguchi, and it is called Before the Coffee Gets Cold. So Everyone's seen this book. If you haven't read it, you've seen it. It is about a time-traveling cafe. People go in who want to sit in a specific spot and travel back into the past just to relive moments that they need to revisit. And they only have so much time, and it just kind of goes into the idea of time travel and how it affects you. So this, I believe it's in parts, so this will be kind of a good book to read just along the way. I can read a part at a time, at least based off of what my friend has told me. She actually gifted this to me, so I'm excited to get into this. And yeah, I mean, it's another cozy book, more cats, more coffee. This is definitely up my alley. This next book, we're stepping out of the kind of cozy theme here and stepping more into our spooky horror, Halloween, Summerween vibes. When I show you this book, you're gonna be like, oh, I see why she picked that up. It's got, you know, my buzzword on it. So this book is by Kylie Lee Baker, and it is called Japanese Gothic. Yes, our big buzzword at the top, Japanese. This one is not a translated book, but it is about our main character, Lee, has killed his roommate and doesn't remember why, but he is fleeing the country. He's going to Japan to his father's new home, and his father's new home is haunted. And it seems to be that it is going back to the past as well, to 1877, and it is coming from the point of view from a girl named Sen, who's a young samurai in exile, and she's hiding out in this very same house, and a monster comes wearing the face of her father. She has this moral dilemma of knowing that it's a monster, but she still wants to please him. So it goes back and forth between those two time settings, 2026 to 1877, and I'm excited to see what it's about. I am not someone who usually enjoys this like point of view going back and forth type of book, but I'm excited just to see what this one's about because it's just tying two timelines together versus two point of views within like the same story. So I think this is going to be a fun read. It's definitely stepping out of my comfort zone, but I'm excited. If it's got my buzzword, I'm ready to read it. Okay, so this book I am the most excited about, and it is definitely going to be the one that I'm going to start reading in this video. So this one is inspired by, again, all my friends on Instagram, Summerween, autumn vibes. It's come up so many times and I just keep getting influenced over and over and over again. But I know I like this book because I've already read it. Yes, I've read this way back in the day, back when I was just a young girl in middle school, getting into like these series for the first time, not really sure what kind of genre I was into. My mom bought me this book and it changed the trajectory of my reading interests for the rest of time. I swear that I already had a copy of this book, the same copy from when I was a girl, but I could not find it. I couldn't find it. I've been through many moves since I've first read this book, and I'm sure it's just lost in the void. So we got an Amazon delivery this morning with my copy. I would have just gotten it on my Kindle, but there's just something about having a hard copy and just like getting into the vibe, and especially with this book. Okay, so here is the review. There it is. Yes, ladies and gents. I'm so excited. I loved this book when I read it for the first time. I just haven't reread it in such a long time. So I am interested to see what I think about this book as a 30-year-old woman versus a wee preteen back in my middle school days. So I'm ready to get into this. I'm going to first start us off by baking some pumpkin muffins just to get us into the mood. And then I'm gonna pull out some of my like super fall decor to beef up my year-round fall decor just to get us into the vibe. And then we're gonna start reading Twilight. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's get into it. Bake those muffins and then we'll read. See you there. So I've made it 2 chapters in and yeah, it's just very nostalgic. It's so funny to be reading this again. You know, it is getting me into that like cozy vibes. I know it's 90 degrees outside and it's super sunny, not at all a fall day outside of the house. This, with all of the decorations, the pumpkin muffins, everything here, I mean, it's putting me into that cozy fall mindset. So I'm gonna keep reading this. I'm gonna see how far I can get, but I think I'm gonna end the video here, and I will see you next time. Comment below in the comments and let me know how you think the Osmo Pocket 3 did for this video, and let me know some of the things that you might want to see next time. I will see you next weekend, and stay cozy. Bye!